Hey, it's Katherine, the brand growth strategist from Brandequip Designs. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking a bit more about brand growth strategies and how they relate to your business strategies in the sense of, how you can expect your brand purpose and your brand slash business overall to be evolving in each stage. Okay, so now just to recap real quick what we covered last time in case you don't have a moment to go and watch the episode. However, I highly recommend you do because I go into this way more deeply. The first stage is the experimental stage when you're just starting your business, and you can be in this stage for, 2 months to 2 years. It really doesn't have a difference. It's your journey, it's your brand journey, and so however long it takes you is how long it takes you. However, if you are there for an extended period of time, I would definitely be looking at whether or not you are stuck in this stage and if you are actually ready to grow out of it. Okay, so in this first experimental stage, you're really just gathering some intel about what kind of services you like to offer and who you like to work with. Once you've got that information down, it's time to move into the focus stage, which is where you build out a signature service. And so by doing this, you can really help to differentiate yourself and your brand through your brand positioning, because we can really focus it on talking to a specific person who you are really trying to help and who your service is really perfect for. Okay, and that's who your brand is really tailored to at this point in time. Okay, you are looking to become a brand authority at this stage and become known for doing whatever it is that you're doing. And the third stage of business, just real quick, is the growth stage. And you will probably be going through this stage multiple times throughout your business. Once you've focused, oftentimes you will find it's time for you to grow. Maybe grow into a new service, grow into a course, grow into info products, whatever it is that you want to add to your offering. You want to make sure that it maintains your brand consistency, and that takes a little bit of strategy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't stage 3 kind of broad? Yes, it is, but that is intentional because in that stage, in that growth stage, I can't tell you how you want to grow your business. Your growth is going to be dependent upon you and what your goals are and how you see your business growing, whether or not you want to go agency and start hiring employees and or contracted workers to help you deliver your services, or maybe you want to start growing it into more of an online passive income kind of a business. Either way works. There's no right or wrong answer, and you can do both, but every time you add a new offer, you should definitely be looking to just add one new thing at a time, because each time you add something, it's going to affect your overall brand positioning. It's going to help affect your brand message, your purpose. It typically will be affected a little bit. And the way that it typically affects things as you go through these different stages is focus. Okay, each time your business goes through a stage, it's getting more focused. Even stage 3, when you're technically broadening your scope, it's helping you to refine your focus even more. So the way that it typically gets more focused is, 1, you are differentiating your service target market and your target ideal clients for your individual services and products and offers from your overall brand target market and point of difference and stuff like that. Okay, so within each overall brand, you're going to probably have a service that has more specifics to it. Okay, so the first time that you actually go through this growth stage, it's huge. It's like a big deal because it's suddenly like you're needing to differentiate the difference between your brand and your service and the target demographics and all that kind of stuff, which is really good to do, but can be a bit overwhelming at first. So that first growth period is really awesome and kind of terrifying at the same time. Building in that distinction between what your services are, who they are, and who they are for is really important because it helps you to understand better who it is that you're really helping and what it is you're really helping them to achieve. Okay, I think that this is actually best discussed via an example. So I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about how Brandequip Designs has grown throughout the years and what that purpose has looked like during that time. In stage 1 of Brandequip Designs, which technically at that point in time I was still calling it Lavish Craft, my purpose was to be in control in my own life again, and my mission, which in case you aren't familiar, is the mission is how you kind of achieve the purpose, is like what I like to say. And if you want to learn more about that, I highly recommend checking out my 5 pillars of powerful brands. The email series goes a bit deeper into that concept, but suffice it to say that typically your mission, your business mission, is how you achieve your brand purpose. Okay, so my purpose at stage 1 was to be in control of my own life, and so my mission, so how I was going to achieve that, was through starting a business and trying to make money online. Stage 2 for Brandequip Designs, which at that time, again, it was still Lavish Craft, I started to develop a signature service. I was actually calling the process the Brandequip process, which inspired the name Brandequip Designs for stage 3. But really what the purpose was at stage 2 for me was helping others gain control of their life through growing, thriving businesses for themselves. And the way that I was doing that, so my mission was to do that through building websites and branding for them. Now, the signature service that I developed first is what is now known as the brand evolution. And so if you are curious at all about what that might have looked like, it was really just, I developed a lot of my thinking around branding and stuff, the strategy first, design second, because of that positioning, that service, that the way that I was doing it. Okay, so when I decided to grow into stage 3, so this is stage 3, phase 1 that I'm in right now, where I have 3 different brand services. One is the startup brand, the second is the brand evolution, and the third is brand expansion, and each of those mirrors the brand growth. It allowed me to evolve my purpose and my mission to get a bit more specific. In that, my purpose, I decided to shorten to just building thriving businesses, and the mission actually got more focused, and I was building branded websites for service-based businesses with the intent to grow. Okay, grow is a really important term here because I basically took that whole idea of being a brand strategist and became a brand growth strategist. Now, I wouldn't have been able to evolve in that way and gain that additional level of specificity unless I had gone through this growth phase of developing another offer, or in my scenario, 2 offers, because that's what it took to really dominate the brand growth strategist arena. In doing so, my business and my goals actually got more focused, even though I was offering more services, because each service was more specific as to who it was going to be helping. Okay, do you see how that works? Is that each service is not trying to, be everything to everyone anymore about branding, which it wasn't before, but there were lines that were getting crossed every now and then. There are some clients that probably could have benefited from a startup brand if I had it at the time, but I didn't. So they went through the brand evolution instead, because that's all I really was offering. And they didn't know better. I didn't know better. So I grew as an entrepreneur. I grew as a brand expert, and my business grew in that specificity as well through that growth differentiation. Now, if that's not good brand strategy, then I'm in the wrong business. So despite what you might be thinking though, I didn't do it for the strategy. I just did it because I recognized this need and I wanted to fulfill it. And I wanted to be that person to step in and take on that role of being a brand growth strategist. In fact, I haven't seen anyone else in this arena yet being a brand growth strategist. So yay for differentiation. Okay, so I hope that this helps you to kind of see through my example of how I have grown my purpose and my business and how my purpose has actually evolved through getting more focused, and my business, even though it's grown, has also gotten more focused as well, and see how that could maybe apply to you and your situation. Again, my name is Katherine. I'm the brand growth strategist for Brandequip Designs. You can find me over at thebrandequip.com, and I will end it there for this episode. Come follow me over on my blog, check out some of the other articles. In fact, if you really want to dig into this stuff a bit more, the 5 Pillars of Powerful Brands is a guide and workbook all in one that kind of helps identify the 5 foundational pillars of any powerful brand. And you can start doing it without design. In fact, design is the last pillar. I will give you that little spoiler alert. The design is the last pillar because it is just how you communicate your message. The other 4 pillars are all about helping you to dominate, define, and, communicate that message.